Hello folks! About 2 weeks ago, we found out that China began limiting the amount of time people under the age of 18 can play video games. The minors will be only allowed to play video games for 3 hours a week, and that's not any 3 hours either. The new rules require their game time to be between 8 PM and 9 PM on weekends and holidays. This is a stricter ruling than the previous one in 2019, where minors under the age of 18 were only allowed to play games for 1.5 hours each day. This ruling will affect lots of game companies with a grasp on the Chinese audience, but it doesn't seem as bad on the surface. Gaming giants like Tencent, with loot boxes or gacha systems in most of their games, said only a small amount of gaming revenue comes from players under 16 years old, about 2.6% of the revenue. But now, China has doubled down on the video game enforcement. A couple days ago, Chinese authorities have suspended the approval of all new video games. Current games will stay in distribution, but new games will be halted for now. After they finish detailing the new requirements, all new game releases in China will need to pass a strict approval process. This will delay a lot of new games by a large margin, if the game didn't get outright declined in the first place. This ban on new games, in conjunction with the playtime limitation, will really affect the Chinese community. China has the largest player base of any nation, with over 665 million players, easily making video games a billion-dollar-plus industry. China actually has the biggest gaming market in the world, partially due to the sheer size of the population. Let me know how you think about these new restrictions. They did say the purpose of these new rules is mainly to combat the addictive nature of video games on minors, and I think that is a good purpose behind all this. Is suddenly applying multiple limitations in such a short time the best way to handle this? I'm not too sure about that part. This will hurt lots of game developers and companies in China, but it will also improve the quality of the games coming out. The market is already flooded with hundreds of quick cash grab, with more games than you can imagine. There are other markets for video games besides China too. Japan, Korea, America, and Europe are still pumping out plenty of games, so I'm not worried about this affecting me that much. It will be a big shift for Chinese citizens though, and time will tell how effective these measures will end up being. Anyways, that's how I feel about these new turn of events. Let me know how you feel about the new ban and approval process for new games. Tiso out.